Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. In the last video, I was rolling with, I believe, kind of a mix of Titania, Octavia, and Zephyr Prime. I was doing some relic target farming. The day I'm recording this is Friday, July the 26th. Barraketeer is up for another day and a half, give or take. So he had a couple primed mods that I did pick up that I had been wanting to get. I didn't have a ton of ducats, so I farmed some stuff in order to get some stuff to just trade off. So I've got primed pressure point, I think, as well as, I forget what the other one that I got was. And I honestly don't even remember if it was for a weapon or if it was for, was it, maybe it was primed, I forget. I don't remember the other one, but there were, Prime Flow, that was the other one that I got. So they're very expensive to bump all the way up to give you the upgrade over the standard ones. It would take me quite a lot more credits and a good chunk of Indo to do it. I think it's 30,000-40,000 to fully upgrade on all of them. But my intent was, after I got done, I was kind of looking at, because I've only played Rhino Prime and Zephyr Prime so far successfully for Steel Path. I started thinking, you know, there's a lot of these frames that I haven't used in a while, and I started at the top and just went through the first page, and I isolated a couple that just, you know, based on what their kit says, I feel like ought to be pretty good choices. And Dagath, alphabetically for whom I have, that I've played, is the first. But I haven't played them in a while. So what I want to do is just take a quick peek here at how I have them set up. I've reminded myself of their abilities. Their passive is actually pretty decent. Ward size is nice. Get you the viral. And it also spreads Doom. Doom is its own separate ability that, I mean, these clearly kind of work in tandem and function. And then the 3 is kind of a really, really good one, but it also, anybody that gets hit with the Doom effect and you pull it, does double. So you can see that crit damage, and you also have that intrinsic time invulnerable. So, you know, escape fatal blows by briefly assuming a spectral form. Effectively, you pull this, you go down, you come back in spectral form, and I've got on this a 12.4 second window. I'm guessing that duration would probably bump that up. This is not a frame that I have potatoed. I don't know if there's a prime Dagath variant. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever run into one. So even though I was trying to save a bulk of the potatoes for prime variants, I don't have a ton of them yet, so I may as well use them. I'm going to get more. So I think just for the ease of making a decent enough test, actually, did I put one in there? I did. Okay, so it's just going to be a question of what mods I actually want to use. And of course, their 4 is really nasty. Not the hugest duration, but it rips down nearly half their defenses and does massive viral damage. So the way that I had them set up was, I have them spec'd really high for health, which kind of seems silly. And then I did a health regen, which isn't even, you know, a polarized mod for that. So I think I'm going to take that one off. Actually, it's going to just make me force one with the right polarity in its spot, I think. So the correct spot is, yeah, for Aura, I don't have anything that matches that. I don't know what type of Aura mod that is, or what would use that polarity. So I guess almost kind of anything that I wanted to throw in there would probably work. I do melee with them a lot, so Steel Charge wouldn't be bad. Their energy isn't that high. Obviously, I could put a flow on. I do have a flow, but then I'll have to consider removing a few other things here. So I think what I want to do is I'll come back to the Aura mod here in just a second. Let me jump to all. Flow is going to be very close to the top. Yeah, that's a 9-pointer. Yeah. I mean, are they super energy intensive? 70, 52.5, 35, 17.5. Yeah, their abilities do eat up a decent bit, so I do feel like I should have a flow mod on. That's for additional armor. Melee crit chance per combo multiplier. Okay, that's fine. Ability efficiency, kind of need it because their abilities are expensive. Ability duration. Is duration super important on this? Yeah, because of the 3 ability, trying to increase that invulnerability window. I feel like, yes, this entire kit is strong in my opinion. I'm not sure that range is the most important thing on Dagath, so I think I'm going to skip stretch. I'm thinking maybe duration. I need to see anything else that can give me duration. Archon continuity. There we go. Plus 50% ability duration. And then also abilities that inflict toxin will also apply a corrosive. So I have a viral. I don't have an ability that does toxin. But let's see if I can make some points for Archon continuity in here. Convert 37.5 of damage on health to energy without shields. The shield isn't that high. I kind of left that intentionally. Ally Overguard initiates health. Okay, yep. Companion damage on slash. Strength I do want. Ability duration. Yeah, we definitely want that on there. We're trying to add even more. I mean, their health is already not tiny. I think I'm going to take that giant vitality off. I'm going to throw this Archon continuity on. Let's see what that does to duration. Wow, that's huge. So let's see what the invulnerability up to. That's it, 17.4? With that big of a point pull? Okay, I mean, I guess 5 seconds isn't bad. Oh, it's off of base. Yeah, it's off of base value. That's what it is. So, I mean, that is kind of a big invulnerability window, though. I'll throw that in for now. We'll come back. So, let's see what we want to do for the Aura mod now. I don't have anything that matches this polarity. That is not one that I have. For anything that goes at least on Dagath, so I guess it almost doesn't matter. I would suggest energy and health regen could be useful, but their passive is so strong, I'm not sure how often that's really going to come into play. Maybe for Dagath, I do just leave it on a max steel charge. I mean, it's not going to match the polarity any way that I do this. So let's move Gladiator Aegis up. Now we're up to nearly 22 seconds of invulnerability because of narrow-minded. I wish I had a duplicate of that I could use for bumping up more on different builds. I kind of feel like Augur Shield, or rather Augur Accord, might be the most useful thing that I have left here. I may change my mind, but let me bump that 3. I think that's what I'm going to do for this setup. For all the reasons you just heard me explain. I have an idea of what I want to do. Lean heavily into 3.
Onward.
Yeah, I think that's the adjustment. I'm going to go for Dagath for now, and we're going to try it out. So what I do want to do as we pop in here, guys, is obviously get some arcanes on here. Let's see what might make the most sense for Dagath. 60% chance for 30% melee damage to melees for 18 seconds on crit, and it can refresh. I think that will be strong on Dagath because the Doorclave is already set up to have a very high chance for crit. So let's leave that on, and then what else might be nice? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Arcane Strike for the second one. So we're looking at crit and attack speed. to go towards the Doorclave, because frankly the Incarnon weapons are already going to be doing well. They're doing their Incarnon weapon thing. So this is kind of where I'm thinking. I have no clue how this setup is going to work, but I'm thinking that this is probably pretty decent. So that's what we're going to try, at least on Dagath. So now let's come back into the Doorclave. Remind me again what this trait was. After 10, gain plus 50% follow through and 100% status chance for the next 10 attacks. Gain 6 health per active status effect on struck enemies when wielded. Yeah, so that's also a really strong little passive perk that you just get for free in the background. That's quite nice. So on here, let's see, what was its base attack speed? That's right, it wasn't that fast, so I did put a Fury on. You know, you could argue that maybe that is a wasted point, but that's what I put on. Organ Shatter we're keeping on. Gladiator Might we're keeping on. Yep, plus melee. Yep, so we've got stacks of that working in tandem. Yep, Blood Rush, crit chance, stacks with multiplier. Yep, correct. Crit chance times 2 for heavies. Yep. Status chance. I put Carnus Mandible on not for slash, but for status chance. And I just randomly chose Shocking Touch. Let's see. I think, let's see. Do I have anything else I could do? Let's take Shock off. Let's put Relentless Combos over there. Why don't I try something like Vicious Frost? That'll also give me another status, but then it also bumps status chance up to, we're at 50% now. So I'm thinking that's a pretty good trade-off. You know what? I'm going to take Relentless Combos off, I think, because I've already got a really big percentage anyway. I know I was kind of focusing down on crit, but I'm thinking just getting some more base damage built into this would probably make it stronger. So why don't I consider some other status effect? I'm just going to take a minute and scroll through this. I'll have some cuts in this little opening bit. All right, guys, so it took me a couple minutes to figure out exactly how I wanted to set this up, but I ended up using all the points in my pool on the mod slide selected. So I got the damage up pretty high, and I did take off the Blood Rush because our crit chance, we already have multiple things in the background to help continually boost that. Combo multiplier chance on a few other things that I have in this build. So it's already got a high chance. I think it's going to be critting probably most of the time. But then I also wanted to have some additional status chance thrown in the background. And I got that from Vicious Frost. So it's got a really high chance to proc some kind of additional effect. And we've got 3 in the pool now. So we've got Slash, Rad, and Cold. Cold from there, Rad from there. Also, when we do heavies, you know, the efficiency is up. So that'll be nice. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Definitely got the damage up quite a bit higher from where it was sitting. So that's what we're going to jump in and try, guys. I don't know if this is going to work in Steel Path. I haven't played this frame in a hot minute, but we're going to jump in and just see how it goes and hope for the best. The point here was I was trying to get through some more Steel Path content while also not just having to constantly play either Zephyr Prime or Rhino Prime to get through it, because I do like, you know, swapping around and playing with the different frames. So it looks like right now they want me to do the Venus Junction, so we're going to have our first little fight, a Warframe fight in here, I believe. I think that happens on all of the junctions. I could be wrong about that. Good luck to you, Dagath. It's a Volt. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is this. Okay, no problem taking down Volt. So far, so good. But we're about to be testing it in, you know, a full mission full of some Grenier. So one down, guys. That's a little tough of a test to say definitively one way or the other. Yep, they are now pulling us over to Venus. Is that right? So we swing back to Earth later, right? Yep. That's just the mall for the event. So, E-gate. Ah, okay. So now they're telling me magnetic plus puncture because now we're fighting Corpus on here. So we're going to need to go make some adjustments to our mods here. Toxin plus status chance. Status chance on this is not really that high any more than its crit chances. So let me just take that off. It's negligible. I mean, per projectile anyway, because it's a shotgun. So I think, let's see. We've got electric. We just need to get a cold. Do we have a cold mod for shotgun? I hope that we do. Cold. That's also cold plus reload speed. Well, yeah, sign me up.
Operator, Ordis is sorry. Happy to report that all my good jokes
60-40. Yep, that drops it by nearly another half a second. That's pretty solid. That one's just been sitting in there and I haven't even paid attention to it. Magnetic is now the one that should proc most often with the highest value there. So I think this will be a good setup, at least on the Felarks against the Corpus here. Let's check and see what we've got over here. We've got this set up for corrosive. Okay, so evidently I don't have a means of getting a cold status on a secondary yet. Wonder where that drops from. There's got to be more, at least one, and probably more than one mod that would allow you to get a cold status on your secondary. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. What we do want to do is probably grab this maxed out Expel Corpus, which means I probably need to grab something else that's a little lower. Let's take Convulsion off for now. Let's go Expel Corpus. I know it says magnetic. We have slash impact. We lost our corrosive. I guess I'll just go back to pistol pestilence. That'll also, you know, keep some additional status chance in there. I guess that's fine. It's not like this weapon performs poorly once it's in Incarnon anyway. So that's what we're going to roll on this for now, guys. Exilus adapter, secondary arcane adapter. Do I have one? Oh. We'll leave that for now. Okay, guys, I know that was kind of a lot of adjustments here, but I wanted to set myself up for the best opportunity of getting through this. So let's just jump in, and we're going to see how this goes, guys. We're headed over to Venus, to E-gate, exterminate. Okay, Steel Path exterminate, and I'm solo. Let's go for it. Suggested damage. Yeah, I know why you're suggesting it.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Yep, I'm clearly in my spectral form, so having that up saved me. And that gives us enough time okay, so we're just going to keep our 3 at the ready while we're playing this. All right, so far, Dagath's spectral form with this nice long duration really working out well. It does obviously have a cooldown.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Wow. I mean, that is... just quite strong at dropping the enemy. Yep, blast, so they're fighting each other. Or radiation, I guess it is. Yep. Got our full Incarnon on the Latum. Okay, so far so good. I'm having to play back a little bit further because 3 is what's keeping us on our feet. Which is totally fine. It's definitely reloading faster. That mod adjustment on the Fellarks, I do like that. That was a good choice. So we're heading back out. Can we get out this way? No. To go back out the same way we came in. So now... take a little Oxium. Oh no! I think I could have made it, but... my head hit that tree. May as well grab the polymer bundle.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
We hit our panic button. It'll keep us on our feet. Oh no. They were behind me. Okay. Got a little woolly in there. My guy's just down here hanging out. Really?
Broken. Well done.
Okay,
Now get
yeah.
to extraction.
Oh, Amber Star. Nice. Yeah, that does hit quite hard. Even though viral, you know, not really the best against Corpus. Fine, I guess.
Stay focused.
Yeah,
There's
so
a
that
heavy
worked
unit
okay.
approaching.
So
Went down
you know
once.
The importance of clarity and purpose.
To be fair, it was an acolyte. And I was looking for him. They just came up behind me. I'm not going to say they cheated. Okay. One mission in the bag is nice. But for my money, I think it requires at least 2 for a proper test. Okay, so next is Tessera or V Prime. Interception or survival? Yeah, let's go for survival. Solo survival.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
I bet you are Panama Red. Well, I should have pulled the trigger a bit quicker, methinks.
Life support on the way.
Okay, so far so good. Oh no.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any means that I can use to try to slow down the cooldown on pulling the 3 for the invulnerability window. I think that's what this test is proving. If there's a means to do it.
Additional life support has arrived.
Yeah. That's what it's seeming like it needs. A means of... Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to reduce the cooldown to allow you to pull 3 again. Yeah, that's why I'm testing it, guys. I think that I'm onto something here. I just don't think that I have it set up quite right. So let's go back and reread their abilities again. It's not a failure, it's a learning lesson. 25-second cooldown. Is there a way to lower that? It's not range, it's not strength. I kind of suspect it would be OP if you could. Of course, maybe there's a Dagath specific mod that reduces... Maybe. You know what? Let me go walk up here and see the syndicates. I obviously don't have any, if any exist. So let's just interact with this and see what's up. Parent sequence.
We must raise more capital to pursue our goals.
Dagath. There's one. Spectral Spirit. Grave Spirit Augment. Immediately assume spectral form. 100% chance for weapons and abilities to apply Doom. Kills outside of spectral form. Decrease its cooldown by 1 second? Are you kidding me? That's the mod right there. Oh my gosh, that would make Dagath so nasty. Okay, I think I'm onto something. I think that this could be a seriously killer Steel Path Warframe. I just don't have what I need to make it viable. And being neutral with negative, I mean...
We must raise more capital to pursue our goals.
I can't do anything really to increase that right now. So we did our test. So Dagath, I definitely think yes. I just have to come back to it. Probably something other than survival I could get through. I bet you with a group I could get through it. Let me see if I have an option for more than one type of mission. Just to test one more theory. V Prime was survival. I said solo. Interception. That's the annoying one with the rings, I think. Why don't I do this? I'm gonna pop it on the public. Prefer to play interceptions with the team anyway. So let me just jump on here and we'll see what happens. That's Arbiters of Hexus interception. Oh, it's defense on Steel Path. Hang on. But V Prime is just survival for Steel Path. Okay, so if that's defense, yeah, same rules would apply. I still don't want to. Defense and interception are like the two that I absolutely don't want to do solo, even in the normal game, let alone Steel Path. And there's one more. The ones with the vehicle that sucks your shield, those are miserable to do by yourself. I've done it. It's not fun.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive.
I'm sure
Give them
that
all
it is
warriors'
vehement.
death.
Well, I won't be getting through this unless somebody randomly joins, which would be amazing. Maybe somebody's thinking, I need somebody to be playing that to play it. And then they'll see that I'm playing it, and then they'll join while I'm in the middle of it. That would be amazing. These are just brutal solo. It's just, especially on this harder difficulty. That thing's going to blow up before...
Reinforcements are inbound. Hold the line.
I mean, come on, that thing's got to be half done now, right? There's no way that survives 5 waves. There's just no way. I mean, that thing's nearly done for. Yeah, they blew it up. So, I mean, I'm able to stay on my feet and doing some solid damage. It's just way too much. I'm not nuking stuff fast enough to prevent that thing from blowing up. You really just need extra sets of hands. So, yeah, I mean, 0 squads, 0 squads. I don't know what percentage of people that play this game play Steel Path. I have no idea. I mean, longtime players probably do. People that love playing harder difficulty content with like really disgusting builds probably do, because you get better stuff for it. But a casual Warframe player, I mean, do you think they pick Steel Path? I wonder what percentage of the player base has made it to Steel Path and is actively engaged with it. So that could be part of my problem. I may need to LFG, or if I get in a group with my clan when they're around, might be able to get through it that way. But either way, this was a good test. I got through one. It's just the problem of the mission types that I have to get through at the moment are not the most conducive to getting through with Dagath. But I tell you what, I still think that there's potential in this frame for being useful for it. So I guess next, I'm saving that for first impression for you guys, even though I played them. I guess the next time I test one, we're going to be testing Ember. So that's not going to be the next video, guys. We got through one. It wasn't a waste of time, in my opinion. I learned some stuff. I ended up tweaking some stuff, I think, better off than I certainly had it prior. And I have an idea of what I want to accomplish in order to come back to test this again.
Were you visualizing a bloody
So,
battle?
yeah, guys, for better...
Too.
Ordis, please stop. Just stop. So, for better or for worse, that's where we are, guys. I don't know, what the next video is going to be. Obviously, I'm going to have some background work to do in the interim. We obviously still have a big old pile of frames to get through, but I enjoyed this little change of pace, trying another frame. You don't know until you try, and there's going to be a lot of cuts in the beginning of this video, but I spent a good 20-30 minutes really scrutinizing everything that I read to try to make the most sense about the mods I was putting on stuff and why, in tandem with their abilities and how it all worked together. So I really did think quite hard about this build I came up with. So I don't know if it's total trash, but I feel like I'm onto something. I just don't have all the pieces I need to quite get there. But that's no problem, guys. You only learn by doing. Anyway, guys, hopefully that was reasonably enjoyable to watch, kind of my thought process and kind of the way that I test stuff and try to figure things out. It was certainly fun for me to try, even though it wasn't a resounding success. Only got through one. It is what it is. We'll try some more and figure out some more frames to get into the pool for Steel Path. But regardless, guys, that is going to do it for today. As always, I do sincerely appreciate you checking in, and we will catch you on the next one.